Okay, so hey user, we are trying to solve this particular problem, which is print all subsequences. Makes sense. So what is a subsequence? For example, if you guys have been given the array something like as 1 2 3 and you have been asked to print the subsequence for this particular one. So what is the subsequence for this array? So here 1 is a subsequence, 2 is a subsequence, 3 is a subsequence, 1 2 is a subsequence, 2 3 is a subsequence, 1 3 is a subsequence, 1 2 3 is a subsequence. So these are the subsequence for this given array. So what is a subsequence? Subsequence is any contiguous, yes, very important, contiguous or non-contiguous portion of array. So here 1 2 is a contiguous, but 2 3 is also contiguous, but 1 3 is not a contiguous. But just because the array elements are in the order like 1 comes before 3, so I can say that this is a subsequence. Okay, so the element in the subsequence should be in the order according to the array, and they can be either contiguous or non-contiguous, and we can call it as a subsequence for the given array. Apart from this, an empty subsequence can also be called as a subsequence for the given any array. So how to form this particular subsequence? So if you try to look at the array, which is something like a 1 2 3, you will notice a pattern over that subsequences. Like here I have 1, so that means I have taken this particular index element, which is 0 1 2. Okay, here 2, I'll only be taking 2, I'll only be taking 3, 1 2, I'll be taking these two guys and I'll be removing this particular one. 2 3, I'll be taking these two guys and I'll be removing this particular one. 1 3, I'll be taking 1 and 3 and I'll not be taking 2. In 1 2 3, I'll be taking all the 3 guys, and in this empty subsequence, I'll not be taking any one. So what is this? I'm simply going for a take and non-take approach. What is that? For every possible index, what I'll be doing, I'll be either taking that index or I'll not be taking that index, and I'll be moving forward for next particular index. So this is my approach for this particular one, using a recursive array, recursive way, and you can also solve it using a power set. So let's try to solve it using a recursion. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying from this particular index 0, 1 and 2, and at the end of the day I'll be reaching to something like n equal to 3. What is n? N is the size of array. So what my function will going to look like, it will be something like a function for the index and the given data structure. Now what is the data structure? My data structure will store the subsequence for the array. Okay, makes sense. So if in any possible case I am somehow reaching to the index something like equal to n, means I'm done. In that sense, whatever the data structure that I'm carrying, I'm gonna print that. So print that particular data structure. Okay, and if my index is somehow not equal to n, so it might be somewhere in between 0 to 2. Makes sense. So what I'll have to do, I'll have to either take that element or I don't have to take that element, is what I have to choose in between the guys. Na? So what I'll be doing here, I'll be like, okay, I have to take that particular element. So I'll be like, hey data structure, can you just add this particular array of index into you? We'll be like, okay, I will be adding it, and then I'll be calling the function for the next particular index, because now I have to move for the next particular index in order to make a decision about the next index, whether it will be taking or whether it will be not taking, and then I'll be passing this data structure as it is. So this particular function call goes and then comes back, and now I have this particular array of index into me. Now I have to remove this particular one. Why? Because I'm not taking it now. So how I'll be doing this? I'll be like, data structure, can you just remove or simply pop back whatever the previous value that you have added, which will be something like an array of index basically. And then I'll be again calling this particular function for this particular guy with the same ds, and that's it. So this is a very generic template for this particular take and non-take approach. So it is basically a take and not take approach, and we will be utilizing it while solving the many of the DP on the subsequence problem. It is a very important approach. Okay, so this particular part, which I'll be adding the guy into a data structure, is a take, and then I'll be removing it from the data structure and again calling the function. It will be something like the not take. Okay, so if you have to watch the recursive tree of this particular one, try watching next part. Thank you.